Hello everyone and welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I am your sole commentator for tonight, XDG Mando 1992. How are we all doing today? I don't know much about Div 3, so I can't tell you who's going to win, but I'm going to throw a prediction out there. I am going to say Moggs. I'm going to say Moggs is going to be P1 for quali. Well, after quali, should I say. As a card does go out. Looks like there is some movement at Red Bull. Looks like Nifty's going out. We'll go on board here with Immortal. Let me just turn all the stuff on. And then hide all that. So as we go on board with the Alpha Tauri of Immortal G. Hey Ethan, how are we doing? And he is followed by Ash. Ash Alonso. On the mediums, it's brave call. Let's just hope that they can put in enough time, well, good enough time to get through to quali. And along with Egon, Ethan, terrific gamer, and Bradshaw, all on outlaps in a minute. As we go around the final two corners, Immortal G is starting his lap now. Let's ride on board with him. Those drivers view. Nicely through there. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky Immortal. Right, who's next? Right, we'll go on board with Alonso here. Nicely done through turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Keeps it going nicely, doesn't spin it. As we've got another spinner of Egon. And Egon disqualified for blocking the pits. Oh. So as he spun, he blocked the pit lane entry. Sorry, not entry, exit. So that's the reason why his car was disqualified. Nicely done through that chicane section. Sector 2. So we go down this back straight into what I call the hairpin. He's purpled sector 2 because he's the only driver about to set a time, but can he keep it clean round the hotel section as we go underneath the hotel bridge now. Very nicely done through there. Around the last corner. Some people have invalidated it here, but Alonso hasn't, and he set a time of a 1:25.5. For a respectable time, I can see it being beaten though. It's a good time though for the mediums. Right, we're on board with Bradshaw here. As Ethan sets a 24/7 on the softs. Big game of 34, that was just a banker lap unless something happened to him. And Bradshaw with a 24.4. They're setting these lap times already. They should be able to reach the 123s. And from what we saw in Div 1, they were reaching the 23s no problem, so you just have to wait and see what happens. Now we'll go on board with Moggs here. What's everyone's prediction for tonight? Who do you think is going to get P1 and who's going to win the race? As we go around the last corner, keeps it nice and tidy through there, and puts in a 25.6. Alright. We'll go on board with the McLaren of Thomas. Being a fair low McLaren driver myself, so it'd be nice to see what Thomas can do. Only the one McLaren tonight though. Keeps it nice and tidy through there, as he goes second with a 24.5. He's the only one to purple sector 3 at the minute. Other than Bradshaw. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so we're going on board with a Harry DeWolf, as he's just done the chicane bit, coming up to the long left-hander. Long tight left-hander. Hairpin. Right, coming into the sector 3, the last complex section of these 5 corners. Nicely done through there. Very nicely done through there as well. This could be a quick time. Using all of the track. And there. And he goes fourth with a 25.1. Right, we're going board with his teammate, Only Destroyer. We'll do a driver's view. Ah, okay. Desbro was here, but he got kicked out of the session and can't rejoin. Well, he can rejoin, but he just can't take control of his car because it's not showing us on the grid. So you just have to spectate or message the lobby host and see what can happen there. More than likely, you're probably going to have to start from the back of the grid, Desbro. Only Destroyer's invalidated. As we go on board with Ipswich. He's invalidated as well. Everyone else on the lap invalidated. Moggs moving out the way. He's obviously coming into the pits. Smith. Through the hotel section, nicely done there. Is he going to come into the pits? Yes, I believe so. Right, so we'll go on board with Crunchy Bear. Right, let's see what Crunchy can do. He needs this in order to go through, because at the minute he might go into the drop zone if he cannot set lap time. Just so everyone knows that's new to watching this, so this is Q1. So basically we lose anyone below 15th. Apparently Crunchy Bear didn't set the time. Oh, and he spun it. He gets it off the track though, hits the wall with the rear of his car. Won't do any damage though. Alright, let's see what Immortal can do. Immortal goes 11th with a 25.6. Was that Blazer Guns that just went round? No. Must have been terrific. Alright, let's keep an eye on SDK. SDK started off in Division 5 and was the championship leader. He got promoted to Division 3 a couple of weeks ago because his pace was just extraordinarily good. I'd like to see what SDK can do here for Division 3. After being a Division 5 driver myself, I was nowhere near this guy in Division 5. As he comes around for his flying lap, I'll go on board with the driver. Nicely done through there as we hit the straight. Sounded like you come off power a little bit there, don't know why. Nicely done through the first of the two corners there. Nicely on the power, gets some nice traction. Upshifted early there to 5th gear. Oh, whoa, a little bit sideways through there. The rear of the car wasn't happy. Feathers the throttle under the hotel section. As we come through the last corner, keeps it nice and tidy. Had a little bit of a wobble, goes 12 with a 25.8. Alright, we have LR Blazer Guns right on the bubble. Can Crunchy Bear come out and knock Blazer Guns out? A Harry the Wolf on a lap. No, not using any RS, so it looks like coming into the pits. I would say that Modular Cat's coming in as well. Unless he's doing a battery charge. Right, let's see what Blazer Guns can do. He's purpled Sector 1, so this is looking good. As we go into the chicane. Terrible angle there. Nicely done. Gets on the power nice and early. Opens up the DRS for down this straight. Just shy of 203 miles an hour. Keeping it nice and tidy though. This appears to be a really good lap. Nicely done under the hotel section. Nice and tidy through there. Round the final bend and across the line. That puts him at a 124 dead. Or 124.4 dead. Top of the leaderboard. Oh, Ethan, you're through comfortably. Moggs retires in the pits. Say he's through. Alright, what time can Alonso set? As he starts his lap. Turn 1, nicely done through there. Can he keep it together to turns 2 and 3? Yes, he does. Purple sector 1. Gets lovely traction coming out of there. As Tekis and Bradshaw retire. Coming up to this little chicane bit. Nicely done through there, keeps it clean. As Blazer Guns retires from the session. Nice and tidy through there, we'll go through sector 3 on board. A little bit wide. Manages to keep hold of it though. We definitely lost some time through there. Lifts off a little bit. Keeps it nice and tidy, puts the power down. Enough to put him up to 8th at 24.9. Still gonna go through though. Crunchy Bear needs to put this lap together because if he doesn't, that's it. And he's running out of fuel. He's invalidated. Has he got enough to put a lap time in though? The car just looks really unsettled with this setup. He's not confident at all around this track. Oh, his Crunchy Bear's run out of fuel. So everyone else is going through, so these are the two people that are dropping out. In 16th you have Crunchy Bear. And 17th you have Egon. So just getting through from 15th and up this is. So 15th you have Only Destroyer. Just getting through. 14th you have Modular Cat. 13th you have Terrific Gamer. 12th you have Nazri. 11th Immortal. 10 Smith HP Dan. 9th, it's a Hairy DeWolf. 8th, you have Alonso. Well, you did have 8th. 9th now for Alonso. 8th, you have Moggs. 7th, you have Teppers. We'll see what Ethan can do, who's currently sitting in 6th. Coming to the pits. So you got Ethan in 6th. Karma in 5th. Harry DeWolf, which was down there, has improved up to 4th. Thomas in the McLaren up to 3rd. Bradshaw in 2nd and LR Blazer Guns in 1st. Alright, just going to take a little bit of a break here while they retire from the session and load up the next one. So I'll see you all in a minute. Right, so there are your 15 drivers. We've got Karma, Alonso, Ethan and Destroyer. Oh, Karma's changed tyres. So you've got Alonso, Ethan and Destroyer all looking to go out on the mediums. We are going to lose 5 drivers at the end of this quali and go for a top 10 shootout. So we have a Haas out there, an Alpha Tauri, a Red Bull, so we have Moggs, Ethan, Immortal, Ipswich, Alonso, Modular Cat, Blazer Guns and Karma all out on track. And then you've got the McLaren of Thomas and only Destroyer. As this is everyone's out lap for the track, we are going to be sticking on board here with Moggs, as he's going to be the first driver to cross the line and give us a benchmark time. Right, turn 1. Nicely done through there, a little bit wider than what I would have taken it, but it's fine. It doesn't spin it this time though, which is a good thing. Go around there, nice and tidy through there. As we go down this long straight. What can he do for this chicane bit? Nice overhead view. Takes a little bit of the curb, and there. Wouldn't have affected him, so that was nicely taken. Very interesting, his message. Right, last 2 corners. Nicely done through there. Looks a little bit unsettled at the front. Take 2 turns at that. So the benchmark is a 25.8, which Ethan smashes on a set of mediums with a 25.0. Ipswich smashes that on a 24.4. We've got 3 drivers and they've all set fastest times. Oh dear, what's happened to this Alpha Tauri of Immortal? You're getting up the way as Bradshaw sets the fastest time, which is then beaten by Thomas at 24-0. There's just moving out the way, people. Under the bridge here, on board with Nifty. Keeps it tidy. Just in. And sits at 24-9. So Destroyer, Modular Cat and Immortal have all just set banker times. They will be setting another lap. So going over terrific. It just about keeps it together. And we go across the line. It puts it 7th with a 25-4. Puts Destroyer right on the bubble for elimination. What can Modular Cat do? So Modular Cat coming in. Oh, it invalidates it. Not all comes in. We go on board with Smith here as he starts his lap. Alright, give me a second. He is purple sector 1. Just about to come into sector 2. How are we doing?
Okay, yep.
I have.
Since I've done this, especially with you.
Yeah, I've just had Jedi Gamer join me in the combox. How are we doing today?
I'm good. I've got the week off work and I've been doing absolutely nothing.
I've had today off work, so it makes a change. But I'm back at it tomorrow. So, who is your favourite to win this?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Thomas is looking rapid.
I don't actually know much about the pace of the Div 3 guys. And I should know because I'm their Div head, but yeah.
Modular Cat was obviously promoted. I'm not sure if you know about that, from Div 5. He was the championship leader.
I am aware of that, yes.
He's been showing mid-table pace.
So as long as he isn't sandbagging to make sure he gets put back down, we won't have a problem.
No, I don't think he is sandbagging at all. He's been in the 26s, so
Well, that's not too bad. That's roughly what I've been putting in for Div 2, mission-wise.
yeah.
And I was roughly maybe 13th-ish.
As Smith has invalidated. Alonso is on the bubble here. Arash Alonso. Just coming into the chicane of sector 2. Very nice exit out there of the second part of the chicane, going down the second long straight. DRS wide open, using all available ERS. Keeps it neat and tidy through there, brings it out wide, very nicely done. Going into sector 3 in the hotel complex. Keeps it nice and tidy there. A little bit wide on the exit. Well, he's not spun it there like I've seen other people do. Keeps it on the track. Across the line.
Good
and
lap.
It's a 24.4.
Nicely done, Arash. Also, I just want to point out, credit for where it's due for the helmet. Very similar to Fernando Alonso's, which I suppose makes sense because it's in his name.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the
I rate that.
I like the pink helmet of Blazer Guns.
Blazer, let's have a look. I think the green kind of spoils that for me, but he's put effort in.
Yeah, he's definitely put effort into that.
Yeah.
I think I would have gone a blue stripe and then, you know, blue thicker stripe and then a pink stripe again down the centre of that. Or gone a bit of black. But that's
Unfortunately, that was an invalidated lap from Blazer.
Yes, unfortunately so. Alright, going on board
Yeah.
here with Destroyer. Destroyer
He's
seems,
losing the throttle there.
yeah, Destroyer seems to be having some connection issues. I'm not sure if it's the lobby or him, but he seems to be lagging a little bit.
I'm hoping that's not my fault, me joining the lobby after it started, because we know EA servers are notorious for being, well, broken.
No, he was having a few little issues before you even joined me in the com box this evening. Nice and tidy through there.
That's
Kept
fine.
it in 5th gear. Seen people drop it down into 4th gear through there in order to get the traction, but he kept it in 5th. A little bit wide, had to back out a little bit, but kept it nicely in down.
Modular Cat puts in a 125.8, that puts in P13 at the moment.
And Destroyer moves up
Unless,
to P11.
I think he might actually stay there. I think Modular Cat stay there, because he doesn't seem to have enough battery to go for another lap. As you said, yeah, Destroyer has gone up to 11.
What? I was about to say, what can Harry the Wolf do? But he's invalidated.
Another person with a fish helmet.
Yeah, what is?
I'm not
this
trying to
fish
rude
helmet?
people for choosing that, but I really do not know why that's even in the game. Why have they actually dedicated time and effort to put a fin on a racing helmet? I do not know that.
Neither do I. That's something you'll have to ask them, unfortunately. Unless they think it looks cool.
Well, I may just be some random guy sitting at his arse watching TV, but I can tell you it's not.
So at the minute with... Well, at the moment with 2 minutes to go in Quali 2, we are going to be losing LR Blazer Guns, Modular Cat, Mogs, Terrific Gamer, and only Destroyer. So let's see what they can do. As the Ferrari of
Destroyer
only
starts his
Destroyer
lap.
is getting a nice little toe off Mogs. Keeps it nice and tidy through there. Took a little bit too much of the curb. not sure if it's me, but Destroyer looks slow coming out of that corner in Sector 2. I'm not sure if
Blazer
he
Guns
had that
behind
look at
him
the
is on a
moment.
much better lap.
So Mog's giving a little distant tow to Destroyer, which will probably give him a 10th around here.
Well, Moggs needs to improve his own time as well, so hopefully that doesn't end up compromising his Q3 attempt.
Oh, if
As
Destroyer,
Blazer Guns appears to be going purple in the middle sector.
as Thomas is retired in the pits.
He's safely through.
So is Bradshaw and Karma.
Well, smooth through the last section from Blazer Guns.
As Moggs moves up to P8 with a 24-7. And Destroyer comes into the pits.
Destroyer came in. Oh dear,
Yeah.
oh, Hairy Dwarf has spun.
Oh dear, Harry Dwarf.
He's done it, he's done a Latifi. And Blazer Guns goes P2.
Yeah, Blazer Guns has been looking quick. I am surprised about Thomas though. Not seeing him before, so he's obviously, I think he's a reserve driver if I'm correct. Setting that pace. That's a good job by him. Not being biased because he's McLaren, which I am.
I mean, I'm not McLaren, but I am at heart.
No. But it seems like he's going to be quick and one to watch in the race. We'll have to see what his race setup is like. Well, his setup in the race. Because I've had it plenty of times before where my setup that I've used has either been terrible in quali and really good in the race, or good in quali but terrible in the race.
Yeah.
As Nasri is on the bubble, but no one else can improve other than Moggs. So what can Moggs do? Can he find the 10th
He's
of
not
the
going for
second
it.
he needs? No, he's coming into the pits. So we are going to be losing Modular Cat in 15th, Terrific Gamer in 14th, 13th will be only Destroyer. So the two Ferraris out. That's a shocker. In 12th we have Harry Dorf and FTR Moggs in 11th. So, I know you don't know much, but could you give me your top three and who do you think is going to win this?
Just gotta wait for the time screens to pop up.
I
There we
said
go.
Moggs was going to get pole. But he's in 11th, so that's my prediction out.
Yeah, well, we can clearly see Thomas is looking quick, but they're pretty close. So I think one person makes a mistake or maybe goes a little bit slower than they perfectly want to. I could be for play for Personally, I think Thomas would be favourite for pole. Blazer Gun's going to be a close fight. Maybe Bradshaw and Ethan. Have something to say about it?
That's a good prediction. Okay, what about basically who do you think is going to crash out when the first safety car is going to come, that sort of thing?
Oh, I don't predict that sort of thing. I just sort of just wait and see until it happens.
I'm going to say that only Destroyer is going to be the first one taken out by either another car or himself, with a safety car coming about lap 17. So we just have to see what happens there. As we've had I can't speak today, I don't know what's going on. So as we got the car of Immortal out along with Ethan, so we'll go on board with Immortal. So they're all going out on the softs. Immortal warming up his tyres, but let's Ethan go through, so we go on board with Ethan. Being followed closely by Immortal, and it looks like Nasri and Blazer Guns. It's the only thing with this, the Alpine and Mercedes colours on the track map look more or less exactly the same on my screen. As we start the opener with Ethan. A little bit wide through there, but not too bad. Keeps it nice and tidy through turn 2. On the way down to turn 3 as he purples, we've got a spin up. Who is it?
It is Blazer Guns.
Ella Blazer Guns in the Alpine. So we go back to Ethan here. So we go through the chicane. Hits the little bit of the bump. Didn't unsettle the car though, so he didn't lose much time out of that, if any. Go down to this hairpin. Of course he's going to purple every sector because he's the pace setter at the minute. Into this little tricky section. Keeps it just in bounds. And again. And across the line. Sets a 23.9. That's the quickest time we've seen so far. Where did that pace come from? Alonso 25.2. Nasri. Blazer Guns. Techers is invalidated. Bradshaw. Oh, beats it by 1,000th of a second. This is going to be close. Karma comes in and beats it by 0.6 of a second. Well, just under 0.6 of a second. Hundreds. Sorry. So we are in the 123s. So Karma, a little bit sandbagging, not showing his true pace, but now we've got his true pace. He's on his provisional pole at the minute. We'll go on board here.
And round goes Smith Dan.
I just saw that as I was changing drivers.
Yep.
That's a weird place to lose it though, in the chicane.
Unless he went too far to the left on the exit, that's actually pretty easy to spin if you displace the car. I don't see it all happen very often, but it does happen. Idiot. Another spin, actually. Is that blaze of guns again? It is. He seems to like spinning at turn 2.
Oh, he locked up there. He just manages to get it back into the bits. Oh, just right in front of Smith Dan. Just to let you know, we are going to be having another driver join us. It is Desbro. He will be starting from the back of the grid. He was in the lobby but got disconnected, and when he joined back, his car was not
I
on
was
the
seeing
grid.
this, yeah. He's
So-
meant to be McLaren, yes?
Yes. And apparently he is our championship leader as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on him and see what he can do from the rear of the grid. It might be a good place to be because there has been a number of spins at turn 3. We have lost one driver due to a spin in Q1 where they stopped the car on the pit exit and got disqualified for it. Bit of a shame, but these things happen, unfortunately. It's interesting to see Thomas in 4th, so I wonder if he's come out on a scrub set of tyres just to set a banker. Not on a lap at the minute, so he will be coming into the pits. Just to make everyone aware, if you catch that apex on the entry to the pits, you will invalidate your time, and you could possibly pick up a few penalties for hitting that curb. It happened to me in last night's race. I got a 3-second penalty for hitting that curb after receiving 2 warnings on track.
I got it as well, actually, on Monday.
Hey Orphan, how we doing? There's Immortal Purple Sector 1. Down this straight, being followed by Ethan, who's on an outlap. It's the sleeping policeman there a little bit, but keeps it nice and tidy nonetheless. Going down this next straight to the end where this hairpin is. Gets it in nicely, drops it into 4th. Takes a nice tight line and then brings it out wide. It seems to be carrying the speed well through here as we go onto the hotel. Didn't manage to keep it in 4th. I've seen some people hit it in 4th, so he probably would have lost a little bit of time. Not much. Is this going to be enough to get him through? Yes. P4 with a 24.2. Are we going to see anyone beat Karma's time?
Well, really, Ethan is going to give it a shot.
Yeah. As we go on a driver's view with Ethan. With Purple Sector 1. Does he keep it nice and tidy through here? Yes, he does. Keeps it in 3rd gear, wow.
good line though.
Very good line. I could never get it into a gear around there. Oh,
Oh, and round goes Ethan, but
that was weird.
TX1 Karma has just been disqualified for apparently being parked in a dangerous location.
Was that a spin at turn 3?
I don't know. We were on board with Ethan. I just saw a flash at the top of the screen there, but also we've just seen Ethan spin out at the second hairpin.
Oh. That's weird.
What on earth? Oh, what happened there? Where is he parked to trigger that? It's a fairly safe assumption that he was getting out of the way of a faster car. Of course, what you're supposed to do.
The only place I can think of is where he's done that. He's probably had a little moment at turn 3, and then as the car sort of half spun, it's in the path of the pits. But it would have said blocking the pit lane. So if he manages to come
apparently
back...
he's hit the pit exit wall and beached the car.
Right, okay.
At least according to the driver's lounge. Is there a curb on... There's a curb on the outside of turn 3, isn't there?
Yes.
It might have been that one.
No, there's a curb on the outside of turn 2. As
Bradshaw improves his time.
23.6, wow. He's getting
I can go hop on board Bradshaw.
He's getting dangerously close to Div 1 times there. The div time was 23.4 for pole. There's only 2/10 off that.
And Smith, unfortunately, will not be improving. He was second up, but he invalidated his time.
And so this is your grid then. So starting from P10, we'll have Karma, who unfortunately got disqualified from hitting the wall and the car being parked in a dangerous location after beaching it. Didn't quite see it, so... And then we got Smith in 9.
I'm pretty sure, is it not allowed to reset the track for doing that if the car is like...
No, you're not allowed to reset to track at all. 9th for Smith, 8th for Nasri, 7th for Alonso, 6th for Immortal, 5th for Tekkers, 4th for Blazer Guns, 3rd for Thomas, 2nd for Ethan, and your pole sitter for this evening is Bradshaw in the Aston Martin. How are you liking the new liveries for next year that's been released so far?
Well, you mean the 2 new liveries of the 4 cars revealed? Personally, I think that's actually decent. I like this. They've gone back to sort of classic black, white, and red, of course, incorporating the new sponsor.
And there's been 3 released.
Alfa Romeo, it's basically the same as last year. They've just stripped off the white paint, the big carbon, and make it red and black. That's not a bad look, but I did kind of prefer the red and white that they had in this game here. Red Bull is identical, no surprises there. They've had the exact same livery since 2016. Williams, I am actually quite surprised, had the same livery. The only difference being different number font and they've had the Gulf logo on the side of the rear wing.
I think they've gone a bit more blue as well.
I'd have to see it in actual light to confirm that. It looks basically the same as far as I've seen.
Yeah, it looks basically the same. It's just those things that you've pointed out, and I think there is a little bit more blue on it.
The only noticeable difference I saw in the Red Bull was a change they implemented last season, where the side pod no longer has the word Red Bull, it has the word Oracle, with Red Bull now becoming the engine cover.
Yeah, because Oracle's now the actual main title sponsor for Red Bull. So, yeah. So we've got so the next livery release
Will be
is
AlphaTauri
on the 11th, and it's in America apparently. I thought it would have been done
New York.
Yeah, I thought it would have been done in Italy where they're based.
Red Bull marketing team pulling some strings again.
Yeah, it's a bit like Ferrari going from Maranello to England. It's a bit.
Yeah, I don't approve of that. They should be in Italy. End of.
Yeah. Well, luckily Ferrari are still in Maranello.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what AlphaTauri are going to do with delivery, but from what I'm seeing with their little teaser images, I think they're going to have a red halo.
That'd be interesting.
There's a little teaser, the red halo with the Orlan logo. I honest to God thought it was Alfa Romeo teasing their new car, until I then kept scrolling through, I think it was Instagram I was on, and then saw AlphaTauri Orlan strategic partner. So I scrolled back up, had to take a double take. I was like, oh, what the heck? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm not quite sure the motivation why Orlan have gone from Alpha to Alpha. But yeah. And I'm not sure if their navy blue and white is going to mix with their dark red, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit weird if they end up running a white and red car instead, because then they just look the same, half the same as Alfa Romeo. Just confuse everyone.
Yeah, I have seen a fan concept for the Ferrari going to be a light green for them, basically saying that they're supporting the whole Greenpeace thing. You know, trying to make F1 green.
Well, I get where they're coming from there, but I can actually debunk that.
Yeah,
they have confirmed
it's going to be red.
Yeah. Well, the social media team at Ferrari hopping on the meme wagon, so to speak, saying, announcement, our car is going to be red.
Yep. Yeah, it was only a fan concept thing, but
yeah, I mean,
it would have been a nice change. Not really sure about the colour, but yeah.
I mean, if they chose the same colour as that Mission Winnow thing from 2021, then not a chance of my staring at that for 2 hours.
No.
That was just a ghastly colour.
I could see it being Ferrari yellow.
That would be quite a cool thing to see, even if it was just one off, like a classic yellow Ferrari.
With
the one thing I am hoping
with
for
the red
is
badge on the front.
Yes. One thing I am hoping for, and that it's going to be red, but I hope they carry over what they did with that Monza livery, the word Ferrari on the rear wing. Like, we never get to see that text, the Ferrari font, anywhere anymore. Like, what's up with that? Why do they not use that anywhere? Of course, they got the prancing horse badge. Everyone knows that, but I thought that logo on the rear wing looked brilliant. I really hope they have it.
What I would so love to see is McLaren going back to their retro livery.
You're one of thousands of people I've heard say that.
It looked so good. It really did.
Their classic cars are good looking, but I'm going to be one of the McLaren fans that you're not going to like. I don't care. I want them to stick papaya. I love the shade of orange they use, and I think everyone can just kind of accept now that that's kind of the orange. They've kind of had they found their own identity because all their other cars realistically only had those colors due to sponsors. Now that they don't have a title sponsor, they've had their own identity. They've got their own brand. So, and of course, everyone recognised, oh, the orange team, that's McLaren.
Desbro has said he's loaded in as a Mercedes. Will his points still count as McLaren?
I
As far as
saw
I'm
Muddy
aware of,
Biscuit put in
no.
chat. Yes, his points will count for McLaren.
Okay.
Actually, you can see there, Desbro's name is on the Mercedes garage.
Yes.
But I did see him asking that in the driver's chat. Muddy responded saying that he's supposed to be McLaren and his points will count for them.
Oh, okay.
Because at present, the second Mercedes seat has not yet been occupied, as we're currently conducting a test on Modular Cat's pace.
And for what I've seen of it, he's sort of mid-table, so he's in the right.
Yeah, so if that is indeed Modular Cat's true pace, then I believe he's won the 2 seats. The other one being AlphaTauri, I believe.
So we could see him in a Tauri or in a Merc. Whatever they decide, it'd be nice to see him back on the grid as a full-time driver.
Actually, no. I might have been mistaken. His Terrific Gamer, I think he got put straight into the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, because there is 2 Tauris.
Bear with me. Yeah, Terrific Gamer's AlphaTauri, my mistake. So, Mercedes is open. The other one was Haas.
So he could be in a Grassy or in a Merc.
He's going to be in my situation from last season. Either Haas or Mercedes. I got given Haas that season, but thankfully they've paid me back and given the Mercedes what I wanted. But anyway, I think might be enough time to stop rambling.
Yep. So we'll go back from the grid upwards as they all come up to line on the grid. So we got Desbro in 18th. He is driving for Mercedes, but he is a full-time McLaren driver, so any points he does get today will count. We have Egon in 17th, Crunchy Bear in 16th, Modular Cat in 15th, Terrific Gamer in 14th, Only Destroyer in 13th, Harry DeWolf in 12th, 11th we have Moggs, 10th Karma, 9th we have Smith, 8th Nifty, 7th Alonso, 6th Immortal, 5th Ipswich, Techers, 4th Blazer Guns, 3rd Thomas, 2nd Ethan, and your pole sitter is Bradshaw.
So just try to figure out where that Alfa Romeo is going for a second. Anyway.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And away we go.
Good start from Blaze Guns. Not such a good start from Ethan. He's dropped back 3 places.
Someone
Only
hasn't moved off
Destroyer
the grid.
is facing sideways off on the line. Something has not gone right there.
We've got another
You were saying Only Destroyer still was having connection issues, so I wonder if he's had a delay on the dart lights and someone's running to the back of him, maybe spinning around.
Possibly.
We've also had Egon in the Red Bull. He appears to have had an incident. Alonso's, he's gone massively down the grid.
Laser Guns has
Seems
made up
to be
a place.
damage.
I think it's because he started on a hard tyre.
I might have lit up the rears too much. Okay.
It was a
There's
good strategy
Moggs.
starting on the hard tyre because I did, and it come.
Good move there, sorry. Moggs and Karma both went around the outside of Nifty Nasri, going through the hairpin sector.
It's
I think
Karma
it's sector 3, isn't it?
Moggs. Yeah,
Sorry, Karma not wasting any time getting back to the front.
yeah, so as I was saying, starting on the hards is actually a really good tyre to start on because it come back to me halfway through, and the tyre wear is pretty bad around here.
I tried that myself. Unfortunately, I had my wings shaven off by the time I got to turn 3, so I had no choice to go for mediums. Oh, it's a terrific game. It makes an absolute lunge and a half on Nifty Nazar. He's going to have to give that twice back because he went straight off the track. He's allowed it for checkers to get through into P9.
Oh, I got spun.
Oh no.
Oh, Mogson, terrific.
Mogson spun. Terrific game.
Collected him probably.
Do there. Yeah. There was a bit of a carnage there. The Haas was on the racing line sideways. Gamer just did not have enough time to react.
Roger the Cat coming out the pits, Smith coming out the pits, and only Destroyer coming out of the pits. And I believe we have a VSC. Which isn't really going to help them at the back of the pack there. So go on board with Thomas here for a second. You know what livery I miss for the McLaren? The old mirrored silver with the Vodafone.
I knew that was going to happen.
I miss
Everyone
that.
simps for the Vodafone. Yep, and VSC has ended there as... I'm not sure if Tekken's got a bit too early there. He's been let through by Nifty Nasri. And Nasri just getting swallowed up by Hairy Dwarf and Crunchy Bear into turn 1.
Getting a nice slipstream off of the Alpine in front with Thomas. We have another instant sector 1.
Modular cat in the Williams.
As Thomas overtakes Blazer Guns going down the straight, but can Blazer Guns come back at him? He pulls into the slipstream. Oh, so close. Thomas has got this done and pulling away ever so slightly. The next one is Karma. Just right on the gearbox of Ethan. Can he get it down the start-finish straight? All these cars from second to 6th are right next to each other. He didn't manage to get the move done down the start finish.
Hairy Dwarf is the latest spinner at turn 3. Oh! Econ's on a bit of a Code Brown there.
Code Brown, I think he needs to change his underwear after that.
Well, there's nothing he could do. There was no contact, but Hairy Dwarf spinning back around just as he came in at full pelt. Thankfully, Hairy managed to get out of the way quickly enough.
As much as the cat goes off the track. Caught out by the dirty air of Dan's car in front and just unsettled the car and went off the track. So, Immortal and Blazer Guns.
Oh, Blaze Guns is gone.
Oh,
and
so is
out
them.
goes. I think that's Ethan.
Yes, it is. It looked like the McLaren at first because I only just caught the back of that from
Well, these are just
being
lost
on
the back end, and unfortunately, once the front end had hit the wall, kind of got pushed back outwards just from the impact.
No
Ethan
VSC or
just
safety
collided.
car though.
You know what?
No VSC or safety car.
Okay. I mean, there's a dead car.
on the start-finish straight.
Yeah.
You would think there would be a VSC or safety car.
Who
But
let Michael Mass
there
back
isn't.
into the stewards room?
It wasn't me. I promise you it wasn't me. If it was the other guy that just got fired from the steward's room, we would have a crane on track.
Oh, Mohammed bin Sulayem, something.
Yeah, something like that. But unfortunately, there is no cranes here today. Because we are on board still with Immortal. He's sort of... The field's all spread out now. So the only two that are fighting are Smith and Modular Cat, and they're coming down the second straight now. As Smith takes Modcat. But can Modcat come back at him? He pulls out the slipstream, I don't know why.
We've got yet another spin at turn 3. That is Crunchy Bear, I think.
Yes, it is. Crunchy.
Yeah. And into the pits for a front wing is TX1 Karma.
And he puts on the hards. That might not see him to the end.
Be hard pushed if he does.
We'll probably be on 80 or 90% and at very high risk of getting a puncture. I managed to get what?
Oh, that's an interesting line there from Ipswich.
I managed to get 18 laps out of my tyres, something like that, and I was on like nearly 60%.
And Ipswich Tackers has spun, but nicely recovered as Nifty Nancy has to just go rounds it past him there. Between the car and the wall, but
Egon's catching.
decent recovery from Tackers. Ooh. Easy on the throttle, man.
Don't know why the Egon didn't stay in the slipstream. We've got another spin in sector 3.
I think that may have been Modular Cat.
It was Modcat. He's got front wing damage.
He's got that wrong.
Well,
Got that very wrong.
he might have got it very wrong, but at least he comes in for a new complete front wing instead of just an end plate.
His wheel didn't come off, and
He DNF'd.
okay. Yeah.
Retired in the pits.
I don't think he would have done that had he not just clattered the wall there.
No.
But that was a bit of a late entry. Didn't look like he was actually committed to the pit entry. It just came in a bit too hot.
I think he committed to it, but coming a bit too hot, outbraked himself and then hit the wall.
Yeah. Well, on the plus side, I suppose it brings the Ferraris closer to the points. But they'll be happy with that, I guess.
Ooh. Well, currently at the top of the table, we do have McLaren on the constructors.
Nice.
Followed closely by Alpine, I believe. Is it Alpine?
You're asking the wrong person. The only standings I pay attention to are Div 2, because obviously that's what I'm in, but I don't actually pay attention at all, because I always get hit out on like the first lap, and only get like 2 points at the end of the race. As Karma sets the new fastest lap. Oh, and he goes very ambitiously down the inside of Harry Dwarf into turn 2. I think Harry Dwarf just completely let him have that. There's no fight in there at all.
I would have a look, but I can't remember any of my stuff to get onto the RSF1 website. So. Rip for me.
Yeah.
There's Egon and Crunchy Bear are fighting pretty hard. Egon had to back out just a tad. Can he get him down this straight? I don't think he's close enough. His Karma takes Destroyer. Oh god. Egon has spun. He spun at turn 1. Ipswich and Nasri fighting. Ipswich on the inside breaks a bit much. Can he get the switch back though? No. So he lets Nasri go. Sorry, the other way around. Nasri lets Ipswich go. And now Nasri on his 8th lap old mediums. We're obviously struggling a bit and he seems to be falling back. The hards are just coming into their own now. Bradshaw with a 2.6 second lead over Thomas. Destroyer is falling back. His tyres must be absolutely shot. As we have our first penalty of the day, and it is Karma. 3-second time penalty.
Got another spin at turn 3 again. It is Egon. Does not seem to like going in a straight line, that guy. It seems.
Do any of us?
I don't know how to respond to that.
I thought that might throw you off.
Yeah.
As the field has spread out a little bit now. The nearest battle we have is Alonso on Nasri. There's 8 tenths in it. As now Immortal gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, Egon's round. Oh no, it's Ethan that's gone round this time. My mistake. The Red Bull. I didn't actually notice Egon's actually lost his wing.
So he should be coming into the pits.
Ah, no. And Egon's been caught out by that glitch as well. He's coming into the pit entry, absolutely nothing wrong with his pit entry, but he's given a 3-second penalty for it.
It's exactly like mine. You just hit that curb and then you get a warning for. But luckily I put it into the stewards, so
Likewise, yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I mean, the fact that even happens is just complete nonsense.
It is, but unfortunately that's EA and Codemasters.
Codemasters and EA we have to put up with, as around we go with Only Destroyer.
I'm on board with Alonso, which is the nearest fight at the minute.
Can I set up a petition to get this division changed to F360? We've just seen spin after spin after spin tonight. As into the pits comes Nifty Nasri. And I believe this is her strategy. Yep.
Get it changed to roundabout division.
Yeah. And it's onto the hards for the Mercedes.
Or donut division. But hey, we all love Div 3 for giving us all the entertainment that we need tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't sound too enthusiastic there.
Oh, that's welcome to my life. Well, honestly, I am in a routine rut. This week was
Karma
just
takes
a
Smith.
massive breath of fresh air for me. I think I just hit that point where you do the same thing day in, day out. Eventually, it does just hit you. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I need to stop. Anyway. Race leader C. Bradshaw pits for Aston Martin, as does the McLaren of HRV Thomas.
Well, if it helps you out, I done Sunday and Monday commentary. I raced yesterday and I'm doing today, so...
See, I actually left a league due to a falling out with the owner. I won't go into detail because it's really unpleasant. But I was racing every day except for Wednesday and Saturday. So yeah, I'm glad I actually did that because now my schedule's a lot more clear, so I can actually get some free time.
Yeah. No, I'm volunteering to put in all I can to help out the league, so...
Smith Dan's had a bit of a problem covering through the last couple of corners. And into the pits he comes.
We've had more spins under the hotel, well, coming out from under the hotel section than we have at turns 2 and 3, which is a bit weird.
Yeah. Oh, he's also lost his wing. I missed that.
Yeah, the field has spread out now, so we haven't got really anyone we can watch.
Ipswich Techers now takes the lead as Immortal has come into the pits.
He will still have to pit though, Techers.
Absolutely.
I'm on the wrong thing. So we've got Egon, Karma and Immortal, all with 3-second penalties at the minute. There's still time for my prediction of safety car coming out at lap 17. We've had a VSC, not a full safety car. As we've got another spin at sector 1.
Karma. In turn 3 again, we've got another wingless car. Or sorry, half-wing car.
So the only drivers...
No. Yes, we've got a wing.
The only drivers at the minute that haven't had a stop are Crunchy Bear and Techers. As Ethan sets the fastest lap of the race so far. Oh, Harry Dwarf has crashed.
He's in the pits.
Oh, I thought he crashed. His AI is going out on softs though. That's a bold call. Sector 1, someone's gone straight on at Sector 1.
What about Harry Dwarf's AI? I'm not certain. I think Harry Dwarf's AI might be stuck in the pit exit.
Yeah.
As we've got a spin in Sector 3, it's Karma. And he gets a penalty for the pit entry as well.
And he's doing it
And
in the
thus
pits.
retires from the pits.
Drivers are dropping like flies now. So they've only got 12 that are racing.
Smith HP down.
The race.
Yep.
Ethan's getting close to only Destroyer. Oh, only Destroyer's car going nuts. Looks like Jedi, you might have to do a connection test.
Me?
Well, get Destroyer to send you a connection test.
Ah, okay.
Because 1 minute he was in front. Oh, as they touched slightly.
Ooh.
He was in front of Ethan, and then he was going from one side of the track to the other.
Oh, credit where Ethan to due there. That was a tidy little move.
Was a very tidy move.
I'll keep an eye on it actually. I'll note that.
You can see the odd bit of stutter every now and again.
I did notice that, yeah.
But it just seems when he comes to a fight with another driver, his connection doesn't like it, and he sort of goes from one side of the track to the other.
Well, Dan looks like he'll be closing in the next few laps, though possibly something to keep in mind.
I'm on board with Alonso. Hasn't managed to keep it within the 1 second. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. He's within the 1 second now. Can he get the DRS down the straight? Just coming up to the DRS detection zone. He'll have DRS, but as we go on board with Immortal, goes down the inside of the Ferrari of Crunchy. Sorry, not the Ferrari, the Alpha. Gets the move done in the chicane nicely. Very good move.
Crunchy Bear's tyre's not looking too happy, as to be said.
No, he's on 16 lap hold hard, so they've had enough. He should be coming into the pits now. As we go on board with Alonso in the fight for P6 with Nasri.
Neat.
Yes, very neat from the both of them.
And as you said, Crunchy Bear is indeed in this lap.
How is Destroyer still out on 15 lap old mediums? Surely they have got to be dead by now.
Looking about as dead as Crunchy's hearts, actually.
He's really looked after those tyres well then. He has got to come in this lap. Surely.
And down the
As
inside of
Alonso
Nifty Nasri
takes
goes,
Nasri.
Alonso.
Can he hold it down a straight though? He has no ERS.
Bends inside
Nasri
well.
behind him does. And DRS. Ipswich 3-second time penalty.
That'll be from the pits as well then. Good defending from Alonso to keep position.
Thomas is gaining some ground on Bradshaw. Smith and Destroyer.
Ooh,
Smith
switch back
gets
from the
Destroyer.
Ferrari.
Oh, it
Close
could have
as
been a
you
little
like.
putt. It could have been a little touch.
Oh, don't go down the inside, you muppet.
Ah,
Well
Destroyer.
And he's just hit. Having tried to spin himself around, he's just hit Dan to spin him even worse. I'm not. No offense there to Destroyer. That was not a smart move.
No,
She
it
should
wasn't.
not have gone for that. There's no way that move is going to work.
No, 2 cars into that corner. Yeah, you can do it, but going in at that angle, it's never
Not
gonna
from
happen.
not from that far back. Never. And unfortunately, I think it has actually also resulted in damage to Smith Dan, and he has just retired.
Yep.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, it's not damage to the Alfa Romeo, but he seems to have had enough regardless. Yeah, Alpha. Sorry, Mickey. Oh, finally! Sorry,
Still-
got football on my phone as well.
Still no safety car. Are we actually going to see a safety car? I know we've had a VSC, but are we going to see a full safety car on this track? We have in every division so far.
Oh, possibly. Ethan's a problem at Latifi's corner.
He's managed to get it back and underway.
Oh, round he goes again. And it's the wall.
Could we see
Yeah.
Ethan
Did he get
retiring?
rear-wing damage? I've not had it myself, but is it possible to get rear wing damage with our settings?
No.
Ah. As Ipswich Tucker sets the fastest lap of the race.
I know I'm spending a lot of time on with Nasri, but this is the closest battle we've got on track at the minute.
One more, kill it off.
Desbro's catching. We haven't spoke much about Desbro. Starting P18,
Yeah.
he's worked his
very
way up
quiet
to
race.
7th.
In his
But that-
silver McLaren.
But that was like me in our race. I started P4, but on the first lap I got spun out by Dion. I don't know if you saw that. So I ended up going to the back of the grid. I got no front wing damage though, but I managed to bring it all the way back up to 4th at the end. But I had that 3-second time penalty for hitting that curve in the pits. and that dropped me down to 6th. But there was a couple of safety cars in that which brought me back into the race. But here, Desbro is actually...
It's a nice
worked his way up.
undisturbed race.
Yeah. Just for... There goes my phone.
Yeah.
Make sure it's...
Nasri's now in the DRS of Alonso, but he's not got it into it quickly enough. Alonso appears to be deploying battery to keep ahead.
Yeah, don't worry, my phone's okay.
Yeah.
Thank God for the toughened Gorilla Glass on the S22 Ultra.
I've got an iPhone, and it was potentially going to go out the window. Speaking of Manchester United, get another goal.
iPhone, it'll probably smash when you just drop it on the floor anyway.
Oh yeah, honestly, the battery's already screwed. Like, it says 100% on the thing, but I look in the settings, it's only actually 83%. And if you go on Twitter for too long,
Oh, we got another spinner.
it gets very hot for some reason, and Ethan has gone round it yet again, and thankfully stays out of the way of Thomas. Back, there we go. I'm told I can send it to Apple to get the battery serviced, but my contract runs out in a couple of months, so there's literally 0 point. I'm going to scrap heap as soon as it's done.
Change to a Samsung.
Honestly, for the longest time, I have genuinely considered switching to any Android. But the problem is I've got songs and stuff that I've bought off of the Apple Store that I won't be able to keep.
Yeah, I think you can.
Ethan's left the session. That might actually just be a disconnection there.
Yes, I'd say that's just a disconnection.
I'll ask you about that later, actually. That's intriguing. Yeah, so the way that Apple handle their storage and they actually steal from you, I've been very annoyed at them. I've been genuinely considering getting an Android for at least a couple of years now. It's just I've been contractually stuck with them for the sake of cheaper bills.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
Android now, you can get really good deals on them.
I have been seeing. We're slowly but surely catching up to the Mercedes of Nasri.
He's within DRS of Nasri.
Yep. Oh, just about. Nasri might have just been able to pull out the detection point.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he did. For those that are just joining us and wondering why Desbro is in a Mercedes, because that's the car he actually picked by mistake instead of the McLaren. So, in a rush to get into the lobby, but all of his points will carry over to McLaren, so... And he did start P18. As Ethan's
Egon's
gone round
gone
again.
now.
Oh, is it Egon or?
Egon, because Ethan's
Yeah.
not back yet. Oh, you might have a bit of an unpleasant surprise waiting for him though if he does get back. His AI's just pitted.
He needed to pit 12 lap mediums.
And he's gone on to hards for 4 laps. He is going to be raging if he gets back in. Because surely if he did need to pit again, it would be soft. It's no brainer.
Yeah.
But games put him on hards. That is not going to be a happy person.
No, it isn't.
Desborough is very much in the DRS of Nasri now. And while in all that time, we haven't even noticed, Crunchy Bear just rocked up behind him as well. He's got almost at DRS.
And Desborough goes
the
down
silver
the inside of
McLaren.
Nasri, gets the position.
Done.
That takes him up to 6th, where I finished last night after penalties.
I got 9th. I should be 7th. See.
This is the same positioning where me and Stars finished last night. Stars finished 2nd, I finished 6th.
Yeah.
Stars being my teammate.
Ooh, bit of a slip there from Desborough.
As Crunchy Bear is caught up to the back of Nasri and Desborough.
Yep.
This is all for P6. Desborough is catching Alonso as well, but can he catch the 2 seconds he needs in 3 laps?
Crunchy Bear's had a really good exit out of the hairpin. The only problem is Nasri's got DRS off of Desborough, so a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
hits the
oh,
back.
dear.
That was a good view I had as well.
Straight too late, or if Nasri straight too early, but you just see it going to the back of him. As Ipswich Techers has lost it coming out the hairpin. Oh dear.
He's out as well.
Come over Alonso for a second. There is the stricken Aston Martin.
No safety car. No VSC.
Well, I understand no full safety car because it's right at the end. This is the lap that they'd force a safety car to come in because it's not programmed to finish under safety car. But surely a VSC would be. Unless that's not been programmed for 2 laps either.
Watch him go right on the back of Nasri.
What that now means is every car that finishes will get points.
Oh! Crunchy Bear nearly took off. running wide in sector 1. And hitting the
It's
bumps.
unfortunate we had 18 when we started, and we're finishing so far with 10.
Oh,
Thankfully, it
Nasri.
doesn't seem to have been anywhere near as many mishaps as last week.
No, not at all. Are we going to be able to see Crunchy take Nasri? Or are they too far back?
He's
Crunchy
really
Bear's
need to
got
bank on
no
Denver,
ERS.
Yeah, he needs Desborough to pull half a second to stop Nasri getting DRS. Well, that being said, he's on mediums compared to Nasri's hards. I didn't notice that previously.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got enough life to just get him in pace.
He's only got 10% ERS though.
Granted, should have adapted.
I'll try and save as much as you can going into the last lap, and then use that last lap and go all out. But he needs to stay close.
He's getting closer. It's simply not quite close enough.
He's using the ERS though.
Oh, he's got on the curb there. That's going to cost him a point or so.
Still using ERS.
I wonder if he's just going to be desperate to stay as close as he can, hoping Nasri might make a mistake.
I don't think Nasri will make a mistake. I know he's had a spin on.
He has to worry about, obviously, Crunchy behind him, but he needs to himself make sure not desperate in front.
I think Crunchy's hit the back of... I think Crunchy hit the back of Nasri going into that hotel section.
Visible damage. Oh, Nasri's slow through turn 3. That's actually going to cost him DRS. That is exactly what Crunchy Bear wanted to see there. And he's
Can
right
Crunchy
on the
get
back
it?
of the Mercedes. It's going to be ERS versus DRS now. Who's got more speed? Oh, down the inside he goes.
Brakes a bit harder. Do the switch back.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, Nasri!
I would have done the switchback. As Nasri goes back and retakes the... I think he had to. He pushed him wide a bit there.
100% sure on that, because I mean, as you say, Nasri did kind of...
too wide! No! Oh. That was close.
Sure, he might have pushed you off. It might have given you illegal overtake, because fair enough, he wasn't really wide. Not that that was his fault, of course, but don't do what Destroyer did.
As we have across the line. So we have your pole winner of Bradshaw. Second place is Thomas. Third place, Immortal. Fourth, Alonso. Fifth, Desbro. Sixth, Nasri. Seventh, Crunchy Bear. Eighth, Egon. Ninth, Only Destroyer. And 10th, Ethan. Egon gets a time penalty. Right, there we go. Let's invite our top 3 in. Oh, I can't invite Immortal in. Okay, we might not get Bradshaw in, so we will start. Okay. Yeah, basically what you have to do is, if you got Twitch on your Xbox, basically there is a glitch with it. You have to delete Twitch and then reinstall it and it'll work again. So did you manage to include it this time or not? Oh, right, okay. Okay, so none of you lot will be able to hear, so we are going to not do the driver's interview tonight due to some issues with Twitch being a bit buggy on Bradshaw's end. So thank you ever so much for everyone joining us in this thrilling race, and thank you, Jedi, for joining me on the comms at the start
welcome. I
of this
apologise I
race.
couldn't get on sooner, but yeah.
No, that's fine. We come live from Abu Dhabi. Next race is Imola. So hopefully I get to see you all there live in the Tuscan Hills. So until next time, speak to you all soon. Have a good night, and I shall speak to you all next week. Thank you very much, and good night.